question for all of you guys. Give us a woo if you've never had a wank. That's what I thought. Interesting, isn't it? I love the sheer panic on some of your faces. So you didn't get a chance to woo. Always seems to be the family groups that get affected more than anybody else. Oh God, I'm sitting beside me mum and me nana and I didn't get a chance to woo. Hold on, me mum and me nana didn't woo either. Dirty sons, a lot of you. I find when I have what I like to call special Sarah time. There's different names. You might have a different name. Rubbing your button, that's one of the names, isn't it? Rubbing your button. One of my friends calls it checking her lettuce. Fuck knows what that means. Special Sarah time. You can call it that as well, but change it to your name, otherwise it's weird. When I have special Sarah time, I've discovered, and I don't know if this is normal or not, I've discovered that all of my sexual fantasies start the same. They all start exactly the same. They all start like this. I get in. The dishes are done. That's how they all start. Sometimes that's all I need as well. Oh, done. And I have realised as well that if I orgasm alone, I'm much more northern than if I orgasm when somebody else is there. On my own, every single time, oh, you bugger, every single time. Oh, you bugger. And then I have a pie. Some couples like to watch porn together. We don't watch porn together, largely because I don't really find it does anything for me. In my limited experience of heterosexual porn, it seems to be very much geared towards the men. There doesn't seem to be much there for women at all, including one I watched a number of years ago that was so much from a male point of view that the camera was the man. So whoever's watching it is watching it through the eyes of a man. Very disconcerting to watch that as a woman, as a man, as a woman, as a man. At one point, the camera moved down. I had an erection and nearly fucking shat myself. That's not all. There was a woman going at it like it was a fucking pasty. Oh, my God. To be fair, that's what I'm like with a steak bake. Just hit me in the face with it. Calm down, that was gravy. Talk to the people who make the porn. Could we have something more from a female point of view, please? And I thought, you know what we'll get? It's not what we want, but it's what they think we want. The camera will be the woman. You'll just be facing a fucking headboard. Headboard, 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 headboard. But we do watch a lot of, I can't remember what non-porn films were called there for a second. Films. Do watch a lot of films. Go to the cinema quite a lot. That's probably our main hobby, I suppose. A few years ago, we saw the film Room at the cinema. Has anybody seen the film Room? Yeah? So you might have seen the film, you might have read the book. I imagine it's even better. They generally are, aren't they? If you haven't seen the film, though, I do recommend it. It's an incredible piece of work. The story is a teenage girl is abducted and held prisoner for a number of years by this kind of psychopath in his sort of outhouse type of thing. It's hard to watch. She's raped every day. She falls pregnant. She has to have the child. She has to raise the child all in this one room, hence the title. It's brutal. It's emotionally exhausting. Without wanting to spoil it, it's also very empowering at times as well. It's one of those films when it ends and the titles go up, everybody in the cinema just kind of stays in their seats because they're all kind of pulling themselves together. We were no different. My husband and I just sat in silence. I'd cried so much, I was just pulling myself together. We walked to the car in silence, got in the car, didn't turn the engine on, just sat there quietly. And I was the one that broke the silence. And I said to my husband, I said, God, that was incredible. What an amazing film. That was so powerful, so emotional. I've cried so much, I'm absolutely knackered. My husband still hadn't spoken, and I was a little bit worried because it's not as easy for men to express emotion as it is for women. So I turned to him, and I said, what did you think of it, love? And there's a little pause, and he went, why haven't I got a shed? That's what I'd been bothering him for 2 fucking hours. We do watch a lot of films. Watched Iron Man when it was on the telly not long ago. If you don't know it, Iron Man is a superhero film. It's not really my cup of tea, but I do quite like Robert Downey Jr. in a white vest. Tick. Yeah. So partway through the film, I leant over to my husband and I went, you should get a white vest. And he went, oh, would you like that? I was like, yeah, I think I would. He was like, maybe I'll get a white vest then. And then later on in the film, something technical happened and they needed to fix it with tools. And I leant over to my husband and I went, you should get a tool belt. And he went, would you like that? I was like, yeah, I think I would. He was like, maybe I'll get a tool belt then. And then I entirely forgot my train of thought. And I went, oh, then you could do that big list of jobs I've got. Thanks for watching. You know what would be great is if you liked and subscribed. I'm so needy, I'm so sorry. And why not come and see me live? And the tickets are available at sarahmillican.co.uk. Put the kettle on and settle in.